appreciate that we, among all living creatures, stand with our feet firmly on the ground and our heads reaching up towards the heavens, that we are a link, a conduit between earth and sky, between who we are and who we might be. So take a few moments. If you'd like to follow the liturgy, it begins on 91 and goes to 105, or, and this is my recommendation, just notice. Just notice where you are for these few moments. Just notice your breathing. Concentrate on your breathing. Notice the way it comes in your nostrils. Notice it fill your body. Notice that moment at the end of an inhale before it turns to an exhale, and then that moment again at the end of an exhale before the next inhale starts. Notice what it means to be alive. We'll continue on 105 with Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon, Lecho hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon, Lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael, Uchol eit uvechol sha'ah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
So it is this Shabbat, early on in the summer, that the Torah finishes, where you actually come to the end of the story. And you thought, wait a minute, aren't there 5 books in the Torah? What are you talking about? Finishing the 4th book? Doesn't she know there's a 5th book? Well, I'm going to tell you that 5th book, it's all a repetition. You know that. Deuteronomy, Deutero. It's the second telling. That's the Greek for it. So it really doesn't add anything to the narrative, to the story, to our story. Our story that starts midway through the first book, the book of Genesis, the book of Breshit, with the story of our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, those first travelers, and we kind of move around, a wandering people, and then the beginning of Exodus, we meet the star. Moses comes into the story and drives us through the book, through the narrative of the whole book of Exodus. Leviticus, wherever there is a narrative, Moses is a central character in it. And then the book that we've just completed, Numbers, Bamidbar, the in the desert traveling book. Again, it's Moses driving on and on these beleaguered people, this poor slave generation that have no koyach, and they just can't manage to put one foot in front of the other, on and on, until literally where we get to today is the end of the journey. Every single person who started out from Egypt has died. Only 2 of those original travelers, only 2, Joshua and Caleb, are going to lead the next generation into the land. And those beleaguered leaders, Moses' brother Aaron and his sister Miriam, they've passed away. And now Moses knows that his time is at hand as well. He's not going to make it in, no matter what, no matter how he tries or complains or rails against the injustice of it all. His journey is completed. Okay, not really. In a few months, we'll start all over again. So we live a life of getting just to the point of making it in, accomplishing the goals of our life, only to be pulled back again, to start over again. That's what happens in the Torah every year. Almost, where through the desert we can see Israel. We're up on the mountain and we can see it. But nope, we cycle back again and we start all over again. It's a journey about a journey. You've all heard the old adage, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Well, nothing is truer than that in the Torah. And that's where we are now. We're at the point of evaluating the journey of our lives, because there is no mistake that we're on, that Moses is brought up onto a mountaintop to look and survey and review. It's an internal moment of standing up and reviewing. So that's what I'm going to ask us to do, and is to review just for a moment the journeys of our lives. So I'm going to start by just asking, how many of you live within 10 miles of the home where you grew up as a kid? Wow, okay, we actually have a few people who did that. How many people here have parents who traveled, who came from another country? Quite a few wandering Jews. How about grandparents who came from another country? A lot. We're a lot. We definitely are not Mayflower people. Okay. How many of us have raised our own family in more than one home? More than one house, right, okay. How many of us traveled in our lives and lived more than 200 miles away from here? A lot of journeys, a lot of traveling.